Hey guys, Dr. Noah, Dr. Mike, Dr. Wanda Lee. We're here to talk about our newest edition from BYWG Nutrition. And I was wondering, guys, the first vitamin that I can ever remember taking was my grandmother worked for Hoffman LaRoche, which it still is a huge pharmaceutical company, but they made vitamins as well. And I can remember the first supplement I ever took 35, 40 years ago was vitamin C. Out of curiosity, was it yours too?
I think mine was cod liver oil.
I think mine was vitamin C too, Noah. I forget what book it was that I read. Was it Linus Pauling who was doing big doses of vitamin C?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think I read his book in college, and it was really the first supplement I can remember taking.
Yeah, well, vitamin C Boost is our newest supplement. For me, flash forward 35 years, it's really interesting where our understanding and knowledge of vitamin C has come and what we've added into our vitamin C Boost to kind of boost the effectiveness of vitamin C. We know vitamin C has a huge effect on our immune system and collagen production. So if you're a little bit immunocompromised, or if you need some joint support or a whole host of things, vitamin C will really help. One of the things that I've found out recently where it helps me a lot, Mike and Wanda Lee, and I don't know if we've discussed this, is that vitamin C also helps reduce cortisol. So everybody's always looking to sleep better. So taking your vitamin C at night will help reduce your cortisol. And I believe that's definitely helped me sleep better each and every night.
It's one of those vitamins I think, everybody hears. There's no one, I'm sure, that's listening to this or is going to be in touch with anything that has anything to do with supplements and nutrition that hasn't got some basic understanding about vitamin C. And we think about it during cold and flu season. And should we take extra vitamin C? And do you take it before? Or do you take it while you're sick? And of course, the answer is all of the above. But I think the thing that shocked me the most being taking nutrition in school in chiropractic college was how important vitamin C is for your joints. And so I can still remember sitting in a lecture, and it was a lecture on disc degeneration. And they had brought up a study on smokers who have an increased prevalence of disc degeneration because there was an interference with the way your body utilized vitamin C in repairing cartilage and collagen creation. So it was, hit home to start kind of digging a little bit more into that, because vitamin C is so much more than just not getting a cold or helping you with your cold. And for those who are smokers or have a history of smoking, or perhaps there's other things that interfere with the way your body metabolizes things. But vitamin C is so critical for your joints and for your discs. So everybody probably could use a little extra.
When you think of vitamin C, you think of immunity, you think things that you first reach for if you have a cold, that we know really help with immune function. And as Wanda Lee said, until I started and we started to do the research on C, didn't know about collagen production. So that's why, as Wanda Lee was saying, that it really helps with joint function. So I think that's a really big takeaway with vitamin C. And then, as Noah, you just said, taking that at night to help reduce the cortisol is going to absolutely improve your sleep. And we know with improved sleep, you're going to have improved immune function as well.
Yeah. What I always thought so interesting about vitamin C is that I believe every other mammal creates its own vitamin C. Mm-hmm. And somewhere along the line, we lost as humans the ability to make vitamin C. And we need to get it through our diet. So I always thought that was extremely interesting and shows how important it is to supplement with vitamin C or eat a lot of foods that have vitamin C in it. Now, this individual product, Wandalee, we have the regular ascorbic acid, and we've added something a little special to kind of make it a little bit more of a whole foods type of supplement. Can you get into that a little bit?
Yeah, we have the straight up ascorbic acid, vitamin C, well documented, well studied, well digested, all of that. So you can measure that. We also have included acerola. So it is a Brazilian cherry. So it is one of nature's best sources of bioavailable vitamin C. And along with vitamin C, of course, there's the things you need to incorporate that vitamin C in, because that's how nature makes it. It gives you a complete package when it gives you something in its natural form like that. So it has the bioflavonoids, which a lot of people have probably heard of, that you need in order to utilize vitamin C properly, especially for immune system function. Interestingly enough, it has magnesium. And how many times have we talked about magnesium on this? Like, it is just, again, involved in so many chemical reactions in the body, and it's a cofactor for a lot of things. Pantothenic acid, which is a B vitamin, and vitamin A. So it gives you that full little package. So when that vitamin C in the acerola cherry form comes in, you've got everything with it. And of course, as you digest that, you're using those components with all of our other ingredients as well. So you get a real burst of nutrition. And supplements are fabulous, and we need to separate certain things out, but getting stuff from nature in a whole food format is valuable in very good ways as well.
The absorption component is the reason why we added grapeseed extract too, correct?
Grapeseed extract, well, a couple of things. It does help us, absorb, but it's also an anti-inflammatory. So if you're using vitamin C for collagen production and for joint recovery, disc recovery, recovery after athletics, any of those sort of collagen reformation purposes, the grapeseed is just like a boost. It just kicks that right in by containing that inflammatory response as well. Because how can you build new cartilage when everything's inflamed?
Right. And then another incredible supplement that slots right into your chiropractic care or your chiropractic lifestyle for sure. We added another darling in, Mike. We talk about this quite a bit. We've added a reduced form of glutathione as well.
Yeah, glutathione, we don't have, number one, we need to make sure that it's in a usable form. Most of the time, I want to say 95% of glutathione is excreted. It's not used. So the reduced form makes it much more bioavailable and much more absorbable. And that's why one of the reasons why we added it. It is also, it's for all cells, tissues, bodies, body fluids, and organ systems in the body. So super important. It does support the liver and does support immune system function as well.
Number one intracellular antioxidant that we have. Yeah. Super, super important. Final component, we'll give you the entire list, is zinc. I thought that was crucial to add in there. Zinc. You talk about flu and cold season, Wandalee. I'm not exactly sure what the mechanism is, but they know zinc affects viruses, and it doesn't allow them to attach and to get into your cells. So to add that in was just an absolute no-brainer.
Yeah, and especially with some of the more recent virus research that's been going on. I mean, we know more than ever how important that is. So there's just no denying the use of zinc, as well as the use of vitamin C for immune system function, particularly in viral infections like flu or colds.
Mike, I can't think of any real contraindications with vitamin C other than taking too much. You might get what they call disaster pants, right? But I mean, there's not much. I mean, there's really no other contraindications, right?
No,
it's water soluble.
Yeah, not that I know of. It could be, like you said, some people are affected by it and may cause diarrhea. But really no other contraindications. Do you know, Wandalee, you're the formulator. You know anything that's out there in the research on it?
No, I mean, with anything, there's the odd, bizarre person who's allergic to something. Like there's, barring that bizarre incident, it's the diarrhea, which is the thing. And that's one of the reasons why this formula is more complete. If you look at vitamin C and you grab the cheap one off the shelf in the drugstore, it's going to be straight up ascorbic acid, nothing else, maybe some fillers. And so that alone, without the bioflavonoids and without the other things that we've got in there to help utilize that properly, you might hit that threshold easier than you will with a product like this, especially when you're taking your vitamin C as a whole food product. It's very rare to see someone get diarrhea in a whole food vitamin C.
And what are the recommendations, Wandalee, for this for most people?
Well, vitamin C, it varies. For most people, they'll say 1,000 a day, sort of is a good general maintenance, supportive wellness dose. Obviously, if you're sick or you're immunocompromised or you have other things going on, like you're a smoker, those types of things, you may want to supplement at a higher level. So with ours, you're going to get a little more than 500, well, significant more than 500 in one capsule. So really, you could take 1 to 3 per day. Most people 2 is a pretty good target, but it really depends on your specific situation, and if you have any recommendations from your physician or your naturopath or your functional medicine person that your specific needs might be higher. But you're going to be well under the threshold with 1 to 3 per day.
And Mike, Wandalee, as of today, this supplement is available online and in office, correct?
Yep, online.
That is
and
correct.
office.
Yep.
That's great.
Yep.
That's great. Any final words on vitamin C?
You know what? The one thing again I really need to point out is in formulating these supplements and starting a supplement company. We know that there's no fillers, no preservatives.
Right.
You're getting everything that we say is in that capsule. We know who packages it, who bottles it, who ships it. We know how long it's been on the shelf for, and no one else, I don't think any other company can tell you that. When you go, what Wandalee said before is you go into the store and you grab something off the shelf. You have no idea how long that supplement's been sitting on the shelf in the store for, nor do you have any idea how long that was sitting in the warehouse for. And you don't know where it's coming from. You don't know what preservatives, what other ingredients, what fillers are in it. So we can tell you that with 100% certainty. We know everything that's in our product.
And
Well,
we've jam-packed it. That capsule is full. Like, we can't squeeze 1 more milligram of anything in there. That's part of our balancing act when we're trying to make it, and the push and pull of these ingredients, and should we add this? Well, if we add that, we have to balance something else out, because we have filled that capsule with nutrition. There is nothing else in there.
It's a great point. It's a great point. Yeah, I mean, the vitamin C boost that you'll be checking out online was literally formulated within 2 short weeks. So the absolute ultimate freshness of supplement that you could possibly find or get.
Yeah, I love it.
Cool.
All right, guys, check it out and be awesome and never unawesome.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.